Here we are with Courtney. We're doing a recording on one of her first cases. We'll call it Project One. And she asked where we're going to start with. Okay, first of all, I want to start with the instructions that I gave you yesterday. You went, your virtual cells mainly focus, but this is a big case. So you drove about 30 minutes away from your home. I gave you instructions yesterday of what to say, and I want to hear first, how did that go? What did you say? How did that go? The situation that you were in that put you into a better position with the wordings and the phrases that I explained to you.
Okay, so it went really, really well. Some of the words, such as, I have them written right here, some of the words that I used, what did I do with them? Policy accumulation and what was the other thing? Oh my God, we're gonna have to stop and start over again.
Don't worry about it.
I wasn't prepared.
You're gonna forget. I'm gonna remind you. Remember I told you about your elevator pitch, and I taught you the first one.
Well, I have it. I just had it. Okay, I have it right here.
Well, you just came back from it. Tell me what you recollect.
Okay, so it went really good, and I used the product allocation. That was the word that I used.
Okay.
I did use that, and then I used, when you text me, I used what did you text me? All right, I just like went with it when I was like talking with her. How we could structure it to where it could be zero taxes upon distribution. You know, she really, really liked that, and it definitely put me in a position where it made me sound a lot more knowledgeable than what I really am. You know, she's definitely very, very interested, because the quotes that she had received from, it was farmers, I think I told you State Farm, the quotes that she had received from farmers was just astronomically high for a $1.5 million policy on her husband. He's 62, no medical issues whatsoever, anything like, you know, they take vitamins, very, very healthy. They're quoting him nearly $4,600 a month. And with her, for a $500,000 policy, she's 58, again, no health issues. They were quoting her $1,200 a month. And just, you know, like before I got on this call, just talking to you, looking on there, it was already beat by a very, very, very large margin. So
when you say beat, you mean we beat it, or
that national? I was looking at national, that Flex Life policy that you and I had been talking about previous, just to kind of like get an idea. It's not something I talked to her about just yet, but just to get an idea, it's already beat by just a very, very, very large margin, and I think she's going to be really happy to hear that. So I'm excited to pick your brain on what else we should do. I talked to her about doing that dump in thing that you had talked to me about yesterday, and that's something that she's very, very interested in. Yeah, so
you use the word dump in?
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
was that wrong?
No.
Okay.
It's just I always laugh when I hear that word, dump in.
Yeah.
For me. Instead of, okay, yeah.
I get it.
You should, yeah, dump in. But it's just a legal IRS word that we use, because it's if it would be a contribution, then it wouldn't be zero cost loan. So that's why they use the word dump in.
Okay.
So product allocation, and then you let her know that we're the elevator pitch, we're the difference, you're the difference between financial burden and financial security.
I did not use that one.
Darn, no problem.
Next time.
Now you gotta have your game on, Miss Courtney. The whole deal is here to make one less mistake and get 1% better every time.
Well, I definitely think, just, you know, I'm hypercritical of myself. So I definitely think I did this one a lot better than I handled the one with my sister. So, you know, there's that.
You got to always fail, and fail quickly. And you learn a lot more and get better, because you're going to be 1% better. I think you probably were like 10% better than the last time.
I'd say.
I'm just saying, you probably were more, 40, but I'm just saying it's better to be 1% better.
No, absolutely. And I feel, even though this is lot larger policy than what my sister was looking at. I felt a lot more comfortable talking about it for whatever reason. Like I should be super comfortable talking to my sister about it, but I was nervous. But yeah, I was a lot more comfortable.
Okay,
talking.
so let me ask you this question about the mail, 4,500 a month. Would did you get an indication if it was half of that cost, would they go with that, or they just wouldn't go with it at all?
They weren't going to go with it at all because they just said that's insane between the two policies because they wouldn't get one without the other. You know, she wouldn't get a policy on him without getting a policy on her.
Okay, let me ask you a question. The the policies that they have right now. Okay, so this is the proposal. Okay, from State Farm, right?
Farmers.
From Farmers Insurance. Okay,
So
4,500 a month for 2.5 million on the mail, right?
1 point the quote was 1.5 million. I'm sorry, we're kind of like all over the place.
1.5 million.
1.5 million. The quote for his whole life policy was 4562. Okay. And then for her on a $500,000 policy, it was 1,200.
500,000 was $1,200. Okay.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Well, it's not. I mean, she's 55, right, or something like that.
58.
58. Yeah, it's well.
I feel like National beat them by like a lot.
A lot. Okay, so now, so one good thing that I see that you told me out of a lot of them is that you told me that they have no medical ailments. It's just her or him as well.
Both of them. Neither one of them have any medical ailments.
So the most important thing is to vet before you go to see the appointment. This way you would be ready on what to do. In this situation, we're vetting as we're going through all this, but you vetted so that you vetted the account. So this way you could bring it when you bring it to the table here, we already know what we're going to do. And that's really good, which is finding out if they have any medical ailments. Another question to add is, are they taking any medication? And if so, what is it called? I'm just letting you know, taking any medication. What is it called? And just doing it as a little bit of training for other prospects. Imagine, let's say that your virtual sales. But imagine if you got a lead and it was vetted where they already filled out the health questions.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yeah, right.
So you would be like, oh, I'm calling that one only, that one, because those are vetted. These aren't. And then in addition, they would be vetted if, that to make sure that there's a checking account to it, or whether they're in disability or not, permanently disabled or not. And so that's what you want to make sure that you do, so you know how to invest your time. So that's really, really good of what you did. That you could do better, but that was the beginning. So I thank you for that. So now we're going to go ahead and talk about what we're going to propose. Okay. But before you do that, let's go ahead and take a look and break down those policies that they currently have right now. What they currently have. So, because we could do 1035 exchanges, if there's enough value in there, and if there's no surrender charges, let's go with that. Go with the first application. Give me the simple one, which is the female.
She is 1 second.
Did you pick up the policy, or did you also pick up illustrations?
I had both the policies right here.
And illustrations, or just policies?
And illustrations.
Okay, let's go to the illustration. Let's go to the year look at the issue age first.
Okay, so me 1 second. Sorry. There's a lot of papers here. Okay, so on him, this is on Scott. That's my mother-in-law. Oh my goodness, there's so many papers here. Okay. For some reason, I only have Scott's here. Let's go with Scott's,
Okay.
because
Okay.
that's the one that I have here.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so what do you want me to start with?
Issue age.
Issue age is birth. Hold on, I'm looking through it. Policy be replaced. How does it say the issue age? You're not recording me, are you?
I could stop recording it because it's,
Okay. Sorry.
we just want to make sure that we have everybody else understand what is it that we do. So this is going to be a pretty big case. Let's say that it's going to be in total about $2,500 a month. That is $30,000 in annual premium, and then we do dump-ins, or we might do an exchange over to an annuity. So there might be a couple $100,000 in the state or the farmers insurance policies that they have right now. So we want everybody to know where we're at, what we do, and how we do it. And we're here for everybody to make a better life choice for the family and ourselves. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop this now. Thank everybody for.
I'm so sorry. Okay, so